So RealZ3ro is somebody who was in last year's tournament, and of course, those who remember, threw down a sub six in their first sub six in a tournament race, and has improved that time at least three times since that I can think of, maybe four. It's been steadily improving away at that PB. Coming up here is in the elimination side at the moment, though. So we'll have to see how this is going to play out. Unfortunately, the loser of today's match here, this
One.
first one,
Let's go.
will be leaving the tournament. And we are underway here. Game number one, TheRealZ3ro on the left, Zelnorack on the right. Let's see how they play it out, Leaf. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm excited. All right. See, the first room, it's a little bit scripted. The real zero setting up the manipulation perfectly, as I think Zelnorack just pressed start on it. That is why the grenade appeared in the top right corner for him.
He also might be on ZSNES, which is not a recommended emulator to play on. I did see that little snow effect when he clicked away from it, but right now where he's at in the game and his PB, that's not really going to hurt him. But there's some strange properties we found over the years with Z.
Yeah, ZSNES is actually a pretty smooth emulator, but I don't think we care about it too much. But I think it's actually a banned emulator.
Yeah, I know. I've been a little lax on that with him, but a solid opening room there for TheRealZ3ro.
Yeah, some good stuff here. So the most important thing about collect power-ups is you want an orb to be the first thing you dropped. Real Zero still hunting for that one as he's gotten two nukes. Not really a bad power-up for this room, but it could get really nasty if you don't get an orb, as Zelnorack gets a first drop orb on his side.
Well, let's see if Zelnorack can take advantage here, how the middle room hold is going on his side. Looking to be a little more aggressive with that compared to his previous race, but still swinging pretty widely at the moment.
Yeah, Real Zero hasn't really gotten anything until he got a vitamin R, but Zelnorack getting a vitamin R of his own. It's advantage Real Zero right now just because of veteran status. I think Zelnorack is a rookie in this tournament, but he's using that orb very efficiently, I should say. And even though there is a small lead for Real Zero, that orb can definitely close it for Zelnorack.
Yep, did a good job there. Still a solid 10, 11 seconds back, though. Zell's going to have to be careful escaping the swarmers. Does it. Has to watch out. Gets away from the swirl. Good opening movement there.
Yeah, I'm being really impressed by Zelnorack in this orb movement, but Real Zero does get an orb of his own in Eat My Shrapnels. So the gimmick with this room, 18 shrapnels appear, only can have 4 on the screen at a time. You need to destroy all the foot soldiers, but those foot soldiers will run out before all the shrapnels come out. You can't really lose time, or can't really gain time in this room other than the orb or the nuke at the end of the room, which will maybe save you a few frames, but the most part is don't keep 4 straps on the screen.
If you're able to time it out exactly, you're talking about almost a second with a nuke at the end, but it's a dangerous gamble there. So Zelno out of 226. I missed Real Zero's exit, but Zell did have 4 shrapnels for a while and unfortunately loses the orb trying to escape the hallway of enemies.
Yeah, the best move there is, I think, to stay to the center. Is he going to let... Oh, unfortunately, Zelnorack let that... the Razor Shield go there. Gets a almost immediately replacement orb there, so that's good for him. Real Zero riding a Razor Shield on his side and getting some pretty good power-ups, too, to add to that.
And for those wondering here, Total Carnage is kind of the medium setting for holding the middle with that orb. You start to get your time into the sixes. You get pretty good at holding the middle here with that orb, not worrying about it. Tank Trouble's where you really see the difference of how comfortable runners are. That's a 306, I believe.
About a high 305, low 306 on the entry for the Real Zero. That's nothing too bad, or not too shabby for him.
Reasonable, and if my internet keeps chugging like this, I'm probably going to throw my modem out the window.
Well, hopefully we don't have to do that. So Real Zero getting a little, or going through the bonus room there. Zelnorack still holding his orb pretty relatively well. He's not staying toward the middle, which is kind of fair to say. It's something that you just kind of got to get the hang of. You'll get it with experience. He gets the swirl of shame on his side.
No, the Swirl of Sorrow. It has been renamed.
Oh, my bad on that one.
So we see Real Zero here in tank trouble early, gets the spreader near the right door, gets the left wall gunner down, just has one. You want to eliminate one early to make it somewhat feasible to dance around in here. And this is some scramble, but keeping that orb alive, Leaf.
Yeah, that's some good stuff on his part. It was a little dicey to start, but he still managed to keep that orb intact, and that's going to be very good when it gets to the Mutoid Man fight. Get some Vitamin R. This will help him get control of the center and maybe get rid of those traps. One's going to explode. Hopefully he doesn't get hit by it.
And some nice tap shooting, make the rockets last the rest of the room, and out at a 416, so pretty solid opener overall for Real Zero here in game number one.
Yeah, Zelnorack taking the corner strat there. This is not actually a bad strat for trying to maintain your life in this. If any death in this game, in this room in particular, is kind of crucial. You don't want to do that.
Ball buster attempt from TheRealZ3ro. Nails it. Love to see it. I said it last year. I was impressed with the quality of the ball busters, but this year it's a step up. Everyone's really upped their game on those.
TheRealZ3ro unfortunately grabbed a spreader, but immediately got ran over by it, so he couldn't take advantage of the little spreader manipulation or spreader exploit damage there.
It is a glitch. We determined that not to a couple tournaments ago with 3 Creepio. It is actually a glitch, unfortunately, not an exploit. Zelno, unfortunately, gets trapped somewhat near the end of the room here. Hoping to end it off soon. Still spawning in enemies, though. This room can take forever. Tapatio and I were talking about that the other night, where it just feels like it goes forever sometimes when things aren't breaking your way.
Yeah, and the spawn rate in Tank Trouble is about the equivalent of an Arena 3 room, so it does kind of get pretty dicey pretty fast. So right now, TheRealZ3ro has 2 arms off on his form. It's about a 3-form lead for him, while Zelnorack goes through into the Mutoid Man fight.
Zelno would need to see about a 225 here to break 8 minutes. So
Oh, this is going to be close unless he blocks. Oh, he's able to get it, so he's going to be doing 27 damage per shot here if he lines it up properly.
And now with invulnerability, this will be enough to finish it. Probably
this will be enough to get him to the final form. Maybe
one more weapon.
Shots.
Yeah, this will do it right here. Won't be long now. They got nice transfer there, Leaf.
Yeah, that was some good transfer damage. Very good moment. You love to see invulnerabilities with spreaders to take full damage of that. Each pellet for a spreader takes 1 damage. You times that by 3 if you do the glitch. You times it by 9, you get 27. If you can get it into the middle, the special spot where the spreader goes, that's 51 damage.
As I've been discussing with Jackamus Wedge, there's actually various pixel range on that. You can deal 35, 43, or 51 depending on your positioning. See if Zelno can make use of the spreader. We're going to try for the manuals. Looks like it.
So TheRealZ3ro is going to take this first game here, but there's definitely a PB potential for Zelnorack right now.
That was a pretty good manual. I like this recognition. Just die on the mine. Does get a spreader, but it's a terrible position.
It's a terrible position, but he will be able to get it. Yes, what you want to do is you want to get the
shrapnel came out the door.
Oh, no, you'd hate to see that, but he is still in PB potential here.
Probably needs to see one more spreader to have a real shot at a big improvement. Nice movement there. Oh, but then he gets hit. Might still get the lobber. No, because Mutoid blocked him.
That Mutoid block, unfortunately, was prevented him from getting to it. You want to hit the spot right above his chest. That is the magic pixel to get the most damage out of a lobber.
And for those wondering, these lovely... Oh, this might be to his advantage.
Oh, we got a special...
might get this.
He's going to get... If he lines it up and doesn't get power up at his feet, this should finish the fight here.
Just back off. You go, Zelno.
No, the PB.
Oh,
he's going to have to take and continue.
Just needs one more weapon. A grenade would be enough.
Grenade would be enough. Grenade's the fastest DPS here. He gets a grenade. Can he use all the damage? Is he going to do it? Can he?
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. It's either 8 flat or a 759.
Is it going to be a PB?
It's a PB, but is it sub 8?
Is it sub 8?
Looking. It is. No. He split late. That is a 759. I'll check it when he submits it, but I think that is a sub 8 for Zell.
We got us a PB in this game here for Zelnorack. An 8 flat as of right now, but Brysoft's thinking it's a 759.
People always split a few frames late because you're looking for that all black screen and no one's going to nail it on the first frame. With what I saw, I believe Zelno has gone sub 8. GG's either way. It is a PB for Zelno in the opening game here against TheRealZ3ro.
So TheRealZ3ro taking that one 1-0. It is a best of 5 in this I want to say non-money round competition. It's not going to be best of 7 until we start putting some money prizes up. So TheRealZ3ro needing 2 more to advance to face the loser of the matchup later between Hefe Man 82 and Sigma Fan. I will go ahead and get these runners set up and we will start the next round.
Yeah, this week I'll actually be getting the prize totals out, so that'll be available information on stream once I get it to Kreloke. In the meantime, though, for those wondering, it's top 8 this year for prizes. So that means once you get out of your division, you are into the money on the top half. So that's once you've won 3 races up top. And I believe it's losers round 5. Second chance round 5 is where we start the best of 7s. So the longer you stay up top, as always, the better your chances of some big money, big prizes. I love it. They're just getting underway here. And remember, we have a match coming up after this. The 8 seed taking on the 9 seed. Hefe Man 82 taking on Sigma Fan. That one is going to be one heck of a Donnybrook. Will Sigma Fan finally get the bad luck off her back in a big match in the top half of the bracket? She has been snake bitten in recent years. My dog is so excited, it's barking like crazy upstairs. That's how invested Sophie is in this particular competition. And remember, later at 6 o'clock Eastern, we've got a triple header coming coming right at you. We've got oh geez, I'm trying to remember the 3 matches that are happening up there. I am drawing a complete blank. Hopefully, Leaf is got them counted down and can save me while I am eroding away on the air by the second.
Yes, sir, Bryceoff. I got you covered here. I just counted them in, and we will be going here in a few seconds. But later in the match, or later in the day, we have a 3 matchup special for you, a triple header starting at about 6 p.m. Eastern. We got Supermain versus Akarasi to round out the first round of the tournament, since we had a little couple delays kind of leading into that, but we will hopefully be able to move forward with that. And following that, we got Space Colonizer versus Lucha Jim, 2 veterans, 2 good racers for that one. You won't want to miss that. And then to close out the night, we got Mr. Dino, our restreamer, versus Aquas, and that is going to be a prime matchup. You will definitely not want to miss that one.
That second matchup is a loser leaves the tournament there, Space Co and Lucha. So that'll be an interesting one. The first one is, as said by Leaf, a first round competition. Unfortunately, we had one of our sign ups just kind of disappear on us. Couldn't get a word from them. So we subbed in an alternate who will be punching a little above the seed they've got. But hey, the opponent wanted to play somebody in. Akarasi is always a true gamer, just looking to have the best show possible. We appreciate that. And of course, that Aquas Dino matchup is, I believe, a rematch. I'm sure Dino could tell us in the chat, but I'm sure that matchup's happened more than once, given how far they advance in this tournament.
Yeah, Mr. Dino definitely, not the same sort of thing as my matchup with him, as we seem to meet every tournament. Not this one, unfortunately. But TheRealZ3ro not getting that spreader, or sorry, not getting the orb in this room yet again. But he started off pretty dicey, but he did actually manage to round up with a Razor Shield and Rockets to end that room. So
solid opening room for TheRealZ3ro. Didn't get an ore, but had Rockets and a Razor Shield, so able to get out at 123. Has Rockets coming in here, Leaf, and I like this. You don't need to go chasing yet. It's early in the room. Does grab the grenades late as the Rockets run out here. Now just going to hope to see.
So he has some good control, but still the power-up's not really. There is an orb right on cue, as I'm about to say. He doesn't have very much, so good for TheRealZ3ro. He'll be able to gain control and not lose any time in the room. Zelnorack, however, still looking for that, or still fishing for that orb. He still has the power-ups to kind of get control. That rocket is going to, yes, those rockets are definitely going to help him get control.
Oh my God! He shot the wickets on that one.
He shot the gap with those 2 batsmen. That is insane stuff there.
I don't know if I've ever seen someone do that. Of all, like, the decade of running this game almost, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
So we take the Starwind walk and, just add another thing to it. That 2 batsmen, that is some crazy stuff there. That is definitely a first.
The Zell War Club hallway walk. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, TheRealZ3ro not really getting a whole lot in total carnage here. He's got the nuke to clear the room out. He's looking for rockets, looking for Razor Shields. He hasn't gotten any of that so far. And Zelnorack getting an orb to start that room for him.
Oh, man, I thought Zell was going to cut for the rockets. Good recognition, swung away. How did that orb live through that doorway walk?
It's very dicey to walk through the doorways with the orb. Zelnorack, unfortunately, getting a little too aggressive, but so is TheRealZ3ro as he loses his orb as well. And then Zelnorack loses his life.
And as you saw there, the grenades, they're inaccurate weapons. That enemy walked right through that grenade spray and clubbed Zell now. So game is just paying him back.
It's about a 308 entry for TheRealZ3ro here. About 3 seconds behind what he did last time. So a little bit behind. The power-ups haven't been as nice as the last run here.
Solid rockets coming into tank trouble, though.
Yes, that'll be a good start for the tank trouble. With the magazine capacity, he should be able to take them all out. Zelnorack gets an orb replacement, unfortunately loses it right when it spawns. And just like that, RealZ3ro gets both gunners out, and he has a
And an
orb.
orb!
Is he gonna get it? Is he? Oh, yes, he does.
He
And he's slashing
does.
rockets to gain control here. Can he hold the center? That tank is gonna shoot. Yes, it's almost.
Oh, goodness.
Yes,
That
he gets
was
a.
that was terrifying, Leaf.
Yeah, yes, he had a lot of stuff going on there, and he was able to block the shrapnel there and prevent himself from dying.
And
Zelnorack.
things are setting up pretty good for Real Zero. Gets an orb, gets a razor shield, quick shot, tank doesn't even land the shot. 409 for Zell
Yeah.
into the bonus room.
Is he going to be close to a 415 entry here? He's going to be pretty close to maybe a 420 because he's had some pretty good drops here. I don't know if a PB. I mean, it's going to be close for a PB. Actually, yes, he has a PB chance here. He just needs some good drops from Mutoid Man.
Something like a 77-second fight or better, and that might sound insane, and it is, but it is possible.
Well,
The fastest we've ever seen that I'm aware of is something like a 68,
yeah, but
and you can do faster than that.
yes, but when you think about how his entry into the bonus room was a 310, that was actually a very good tank trouble room for him.
It was excellent. See if we can get the ball buster here to help. Definitely does.
Definitely does, and he gets a key. Luckily, he has some lobbers to kind of make up for the time difference. And he
Spreader!
gets the spreader, but it's right in the direct middle. He is going to get this one. He's going to get some damage.
And we could have a chance for a glitchtoid here, barring a disaster of a... nope, there's a foot on the left, just fine.
So he has the manual for a little bit. He did some very good damage. Does he get a spreader here? This could be intense if he gets a spreader. Oh,
Lobber's a good chain, though. That's something you want to see if it ain't that
Yes.
Spreader.
Yes, it goes spreader, and then it goes lobber, and then I think it would go grenades, and then rockets. The rockets are the best power for the final form, I'd say.
It gives you good range. I mean, I'm never against the rockets for the final form. It's how confident you are on lobbing in shots. What's the best is.
See, the rockets do 3 damage, I think, per tick. If you hit the critical spot, it does 5 damage, I believe. And the
He's going for it,
grenades do 2.
and he says no.
Oh, the mutoid. I think even if he didn't block it, I don't think he was actually going to hit that one.
No, he would have had to basically be dying right as it appeared on that. That's a bit of a haul. Final form here. Zelno gets clubbed down in tank trouble. Takes out a tank and just firing away or trying to get out of the room. I don't know if another PB is really in the cards this time.
Yeah, Zelno had a really, really problem room here in tank tank trouble. He just didn't get all the drops or anything like that. And the RealZ3ro unfortunately takes a death there, and he gets.
That was funny. He missed the spreader, so he was still shooting lobbers as he got shrapnelled. I was kind of hoping he would see the end of Mutoid. There, Zell dies. I think it might have been intentional. Unfortunately, that spreader too far away.
Yes, so RealZ3ro going to be taking game 2 here and going to a match point. Zelnorack, if he can chain together some spreaders, he still might be able to get a PB.
Well, there's another one.
Yes, prime location. This is one of the best locations to have. It's right up there.
He lines
up for him. He's going to get the most damage out of this as possible, and he is getting a lot of damage here. 2 forms off. I don't think we got a glitch toy, but he does have 2 arms off, and he's going to have to take another continue here.
He would definitely need one more spreader for sure, and possibly more. Rockets will help him get rid of these gunners. That's a good use of them during the regular forms.
Yeah, the rocket's a very quick way to take out the gunners, but I do have to give them some props for not going after those gunners at the beginning. That's very aggressive there. Those gunners are a lot of trouble, but if you go for the gunners, you don't actually do any damage to the Mutoid Man. So it's a couple wasted shots, but it takes a little bit of trouble off you.
Yeah, in a race situation, it is nice to have that safety, but we have seen people get personal bests throwing down with those gunners attached the whole way. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think there was some certain Jackamus guy who, had a TAS that didn't even bother going for those gunners.
Speaking of TASs, Leaf, did you catch the new one on Bracket Reveal Night?
Yes, I did. That was intense. I loved it. It just also seeing the body of the Mutoid Man just kind of float in the top left corner of the room. That is just the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I wonder if we'll eventually see that in one of these runs. I doubt it, but we could always hope.
You know what? We did see CHX on his own drop half of one of the 2 treads on a final form kill. It's possible, but exceptionally difficult to deal enough damage quickly enough.
Yeah, we like to talk a lot about CHX42. He is the defending champion and one of the best runners of this game. Zelnorack is going to finish it up here, probably get about an 823 or 824, somewhere around that time. 822, a high 822. So we got the RealZ3ro on a match point here, taking 2-0. Zelnorack needing to pull Miracle at this point and get some very good drops. And RealZ3ro needs to get a lot of dead drops. And then maybe, just maybe, we can have a game 4, but I don't know if we can do that. I mean, I got to give the edge to RealZ3ro. He is playing pretty well.
Overall, Real Zero's quality is shining through, but the improvement on Zelno's side is showing as things have gone along compared to the first match, especially. But either way, got a PB here. Probably going looking at his last race of the tournament, barring an exceptional showing or RealZ3ro having some problems. But we shall see what we shall see. And remember, we have a second match coming up right after this one, and you don't want to go anywhere. That promises to be a Donnybrook. The 8 seed Hefe Man 82 taking on the 9 seed Sigma Fan. And the winner of that gets to face off with that aforementioned CHX 42. You know, the defending champion, the world record holder in every single player category. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. And for those who haven't seen, CHX hasn't necessarily even hit full power yet in the tournament thus far. Hasn't really needed it, but we'll probably have to be a little closer to optimal taking on the winner of the upcoming match. Once you get in those single digit matchups, that's when you really got to be locked in, and mistakes are magnified. But we'll have to wait and see who's going to face off with the champ. So it looks like Zelno's just getting ready here, just resetting the the emulator and going to start with a fresh load here. RealZ3ro looking to lock this down and advance. And who will RealZ3ro be facing if RealZ3ro pulls off the advancement? It appears that the RealZ3ro will be waiting for the actually the loser of the upcoming match. So the RealZ3ro will be a slight underdog no matter who wins that one between Hefe Man 82 and Sigma Fan. So there you go. We'll have to wait and see how that one plays out. Meanwhile, tonight, as previously mentioned, we've got the 10 seed and the 13 seed, and a loser leaves town. Lucha Jim versus Space Colonizer. We've got the Aquas Mr. Dino. That's a 2 and a 7 seed. That should be spectacular. They always have great matches. And who was the third one? Oh, yes, of course. We got Supermain taking on Akurasi, or 5 Up a Main, but I think it's Supermain. I'd have to confirm that if I were me and knew what I was doing, but I don't. I'm only tournament 8. I'll figure it out eventually, I swear.
All right. After a little bit of miscommunication on my part, I'm going to get them going, and they should be starting here in a second. So,
and I'd see 40 saying, fun thing, it's both. Even better, Tapatio. Good to know. Well, I'm just doubly right. It's good to know that I'm always doubly right. 40 Watts saying there's a new task. Indeed, there is a new task. I haven't uploaded it anywhere yet, but I did reveal that on bracket night. So if you guys don't check out the supplemental of this tournament outside of GG Speedrun and the races, be sure to drop by my channel now and then. We do a kickoff show, a bracket reveal night, and a post-tourney show. Lots and lots of fun for you every year.
and also be sure to join the Discord, as we may run some scrims every so often where we get everybody in the community together and just kind of, put a couple of matches, a couple of races together for a couple hours, and usually we have some beer involved and we talk and shoot the stuff. I can't say the other word. Together and have fun.
Good save.
So, RealZ3ro again, not getting very much stuff to collect power ups here. Yeah, so Zelnorack getting all the power ups on his side. RealZ3ro is getting rockets here. Still no orb for either.
Oh, Zell
right
gets
now.
clubbed, unfortunately, with a spreader in hand.
Yes, you hate to see that. The power-up's definitely favoring Zelnorack right here. Maybe this rookie writes the power-ups here. Maybe I did curse RealZ3ro into getting the crappiest power-ups for this one. He is going to get an orb. Is he going to save it? He is very close, but he is able to save it there.
Yeah, you're seeing right now with Zelno, the biggest thing with the rookies, Leaf, as you may have noticed, diagonal fire is one of the hardest things to really master and accurately shoot. And unfortunately does drop the orb as loses a wrong door.
And then he goes out the wrong door, unfortunately. Yeah, diagonal fire, we try to not do it as much as possible, which is why we stay to the center where we do straights the entire time. RealZ3ro getting an orb at the very best moment as he was about to have 4 shrapnels on his screen.
Still scrambling, but should be able to catch up. One of them is going to explode. That's going to help.
So some rockets for Zelnorack
Oh
and
no, that was the last one. That's going to be a time penalty for RealZ3ro. I'm going to have to wait for that uh, second or two of delay for the shrapnel to explode itself across the room.
yeah, Zelnorack taking a little bit of a penalty here as he had 4 shrapnels on his screen, but still having that orb intact. If he can hold on to it and maybe RealZ3ro drops his, he might be able to close this gap. But with these power-ups, with RealZ3ro getting a rocket on his side, I don't know. We'll see. It's just with good power-ups and all that, he can definitely keep the lead over Zelnorack.
And by the way, I just want to quickly shout out the oh Zell drops the orb at the start of the room with a razor shield available. I want to shout out the community real quick because I reached out to them and or they mentioned some things and I reached out with some ideas of how to improve the speed of the tournament, maybe get more matches off quicker. And you know, with the delay issue we had with a runner this year, in previous years that would have caused us a lot of consternation and issues. But this year we've been able to just cruise and keep matches coming your way. So. Thank you to the community for their feedback on improving the tournament.
Yeah, it's like I feel like we just started this tournament too, and we already got like almost the whole first round, almost the second round are already finished, and it's only been 2 weeks, and then we're into week 3 already.
Yeah, we've got Zelda unfortunately couldn't get that orb. We do have that, you know, progress going along for everyone, and it's going to hopefully get us done much quicker and just keep you guys elbow deep in that Smash TV action. You love to see it. And RealZ3ro coming in with the orb and rockets. Great start here. Overfired a little, but that's fine. You want to make sure those gunners go bye-bye quickly.
It's an excellent start for RealZ3ro. Zelnorack taking a death on his side, unfortunately, with the spreader. He gets that orb, gets it dropped almost immediately. He's having a little bit of trouble in collect power or total carnage right now. RealZ3ro doing some really good movement on his side. He gets some rockets here. He'll get control because he got those foot soldiers a little bit out of control there and take trouble. The rockets helping him get it back in control. You don't really want grenades in this room. The spawn rate is just too much, and the range is not enough on the grenades.
So Zell's going to finish up and hit the bonus room at 419.
Ooh, I would have hit that rocket a little bit sooner on RealZ3ro, but he is actually at his worst entry here at about 422 here in the Mutoid Man. Maybe worst entry means better drops. It's just, you know, kind of, you know, a random. The game is random, obviously, so you just never know when you get into the Mutoid Man. This could be a PB chance here.
Well, unfortunately, that start wasn't great. And hey, Taco Bell, product placement with Taco Bell. I just had to throw that in there because that's our last bonus room, conceivably, of this matchup.
Yeah, with the matchup that's coming up here, the PB difference of about 13 seconds between the two racers there, I imagine we will have some bonus room ties for that one. We will definitely be able to have a Taco Bell placement for that one.
Oh, we will get our single in. You know, it's regulated in the contract these days, one per match.
So RealZ3ro had a spreader opportunity on his.
Oh, no!
But if he was playing a Jackamus or Aquas, who both run as player 2, that would have been a prime location for that spreader, but he couldn't take advantage of it.
Speaking of history, that was the first time, I believe, in tournament history we've ever had 2 player 2s face off. Unless Leaf has ever faced off with Jack in a player 2 scenario.
Nah, I don't think I ever played Jack. Only one player 2 on my side, and I honestly don't really like playing as the player 2.
Advantages and disadvantages, of course, but either way, it's mostly a preference thing. And Zell not quite done the room here. Still has some more to go. RealZ3ro gets sniped, but will get a spreader. I don't know if that was intentional, but it sure worked out.
Worked out. The key is unfortunately not going to help him very much. This spreader might, if he got enough transfer damage, it might not.
It's close. Let's see how many shots it is.
I'd say
once it shows, it's a lobber, but Dye's picking it up.
Gets dies. Meanwhile, Zelnorack is dealing with the TTTT on his side. He is just not getting a whole lot. RealZ3ro getting denied on all the power-ups. Is it going to be like 4 or 5 shots?
A few more, actually. About 10, a dozen, something like that.
6 shots. So
yeah, I was just going to say, RealZ3ro going to finish this off, take the win. But Zell going to need a heck of a fight here to get a second PB in this match.
Yeah, that TTTT was just a little too much for his part. He had almost nothing go his way in tank trouble on that one. It's just that's just how it is. And then a key to start it. That's not going to do him very much on this one. Gets zapped. Maybe he'll get a spreader to drop on this one. But I think the Mutoid Man is on the power up right now.
The only place it could be that could be grabbed is above the body. I couldn't see it on the edges there, unfortunately. You, I don't know if the bullets or the tank got him. That was kind of a tag team effort if ever I saw one. So
Yeah.
now the gunners are gone, back-to-back rockets. Not what you want to see. Zell is in tight here trying to get to these rockets. Gets it, but runs into Mutoid. But more rockets. And then couldn't die for the spreader because, of course not. But look at this manual. Not too bad at the initial volley there, Leaf. Landed a good chunk of damage with that initial opening volley.
Yeah, sorry, I was actually getting our second match ready, so I didn't see what you were talking about. What happened?
Just a nice manual to open on the spreader for Zelno, so that was pretty fun. But then the empty drops have been
Awesome.
just showing up every time he takes a death. That's the gambler's fallacy of this game. Sometimes you pay the price.
And then he gets another invulnerability shield. See, now the game is just throwing it at Zelnorack. He's
Zelno's just hunting spreaders. I love it.
there.
And guess what?
And he gets rewarded with one. It's just not in a good. And then
Invulnerability. Does he recognize it?
I don't think so. Oh, I don't know what was happening there. He was so focused on getting the glitch damage there.
I mean, I appreciate the focus. That's one of those things that comes with experience. You go, oh, well, a gift to go with the gift I already got.
Yeah,
Great.
I think Zelnorack's just having fun here at this point. He probably has already seen that RealZ3ro has done, going for all that spreader damage and all that.
Just having fun, having a little bit of a fight with Oh, Mutoid with a dirty, dirty laser snipe there at the doorway.
Yeah, we love our rookies for sure. And if you know somebody who wants to play the game, and definitely, this is where you want to get started at. We have a very, very accepting community in our. Brysoff has done very well getting everybody on the same level of play. We got a lot of sub-6 racers and players now. We're definitely more than willing to help anybody who wants to pick up the game, get it learned. It's like we're growing every single year. And definitely just this year, we're hoping we'll have some more sub-6 members, more sub-7 members, just anybody who wants to drop a PB. It's an easy learn, and we love our community. So.
Man, Zelno was having a rough time with these snipes, and well said, Leaf. It's one of those things where it was a community build from a very selfish reasoning from my part, but it quickly evolved into something that has become a tradition and something that has been cultivated by a lot of people putting in work. Not just myself. A lot of people have contributed. Zelno finishes off Mutoid here, and will be out sub 10 here as he finishes up his tournament life. Hopefully we'll be back next year. Hopefully we'll put a little more work in. Already dropped sub 8, so pretty great. Get the G